Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. Monday afternoon, wet and windy Monday afternoon, very unseasonal. We are of course heading into that full moon, the Virgo full moon. I'm feeling it. I don't know how you're feeling, let me know. For me, this is heavy. I have tons of Pisces and Virgo planets exactly where the full moon is hitting. And oh my, pressure cooker. Anyway, I have the Lunar Soul Tarot on the tarot table today because we're looking at a modern family, I suppose. A modern family that might perhaps have had a christening over the past weekend. It's a very woke tarot deck. And we possibly had quite a woke christening over the weekend, speculating. The Daily Mail speculates that Tyler Perry was in Montecito for a christening. He showed up in a private jet, flew in on a private jet, huge big vehicle, rolled up at the gates of the Harcourt residence and was allowed in, pepped by some strange coincidence by Backgrid. And we always are puzzled at how Backgrid knows that something is going on, maybe in Montecito, it may be in LA, it may be wherever, but there Backgrid are. It is a mystery how that happens. But anyway, he was pepped, showing up at the Harcourt residence this past weekend. Daily Mail says he showed up in dark clothing, but subsequently changed into a suit, which would fit in with the christening narrative. Other people are speculating that Tyler Perry was there as a show of support and for crisis talks, because of course things in the Harcourt world are not exactly going well. However, many drugs Harry consumes, and no matter what he tells Dr. Gabor Mate. It's a bit of snark, and so as I finish my shuffling, let's remind you that this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, and there will be tons of snark always in these tarot readings. I do them for entertainment purposes. It is just my opinion, speculation, rumor, gossip, wild speculation from time to time. We read on the royals because they are an archetypal family, the archetypal family on this planet, in this timeline, here and now, down here on Earth. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it, and then you can decide why Tyler Perry showed up at Casa Harcourt Mudslide Mansion, and what he was doing there. I'm going to do a 5-card reading. I'm going to look and see what the underlying mood was of the visit. Was it a joyous celebration, or was it a bit sinister or panicky? Was he there for a christening? Was he there for crisis talks? It's an and or. The one doesn't rule out the other, of course. And what does he think about the situation the Harcourts are in right now? Is he worried for them? Does he think they're in an excellent position for their future? And what is he going to do for them, if anything, in the future? Tyler Perry, the fairy godfather. Being snarky. And I think we shuffled now. Yeah, we are. Whoops. Pop them all back in. Give them one more whoop. And then we're good to go. And what else do we want to know? The christening possible, because it looked like the Harcourts were going to hold out for that St. George's Chapel. Not going to happen now. They've just been evicted from their home out at Windsor. So chances of a royal christening, none. Zilch, you could say. So let's see. Underlying mood. Knight of Discs. I've specified the underlying energy of this reading to be the mood of the visit. Mood of the visit, of the situation, the weekend. So we've got Knight of Discs, Knight of Pentacles. That's a stable. He's come bearing gifts, so it could well be christening. It's Taurus, their energy. It's very stable, it's very solid, it's very reliable. Along he comes, and I did once know what sign he was, and now I've completely forgotten. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. We've got someone who's reliable, dependable. You can count on him. Old money bags. Got plenty of the stuff. Seems very happy to share it among people that he feels are in need. He's helped the Harkles out before many times. He helped them out before even meeting them, the loan of his private jet, and helped him escape Canada before lockdown, because nothing could be worse than spending lockdown in Canada, apparently, in a Russian billionaire's mansion. Nothing could be worse than that. So, I did say snark. So, the mood is not panicky. It's not help. They hate us. We're less popular now than Andrew. It was, I've come bearing gifts. So let's see, situation, the actual situation now. And the actual situation, not so happy. 3 of discs in reverse. The actual situation is things. I said, oh, there's a pregnant man. It looked a bit like that. We are dealing with a woke tarot deck. So anyway, let's move on from, I'm going to go on a rant about wokeness, but I won't, and pregnant men. 3 of discs, 3 of pentacles in reverse. The situation is a team that is falling apart and not working, and perhaps he was needed to shore up Harkle morale. Because of that, maybe it's Archewell that's not doing well, all those staff and members and CEOs and whatever's that they have shed. But not definitely trouble in paradise with the 3 of pentacles in reverse, the 3 of discs in reverse. Definitely some help needed to shore up that team, whether it's the Harkles and their own teams, or whether it is the team of the Harkles and Tyler Perry that needs shoring up and that is in trouble. That's interesting. It's an interesting card, because as I said, here comes Moneybags, and I don't mean that disparagingly. It's a shorthand. It's just code for somebody who's got tons of money, generous enough with that money, and almost kind of riding to the rescue very slowly on that bull, because Knight of Pentacles does move slowly, even though he's on a private jet. It's maybe taken a while for him to come to the party, so to speak. But it tells me that perhaps the relationship isn't as sound as the Harkles would like it, or one of the Harkles would like it to be. So let's see why he was there. First possible reason, christening. The christening that never happened in the UK. There were rumours a while back that Lilibet had been christened privately, but we never saw any signs of that. I saw in a recent reading that the Harkles' next clapback would be an Ace of Cups, would be some sort of new emotional gesture. Christening might fit in there. We might see that. I suspected vow renewals. We hear about that every now and then, rumours. But let's see. Christening, was there a christening? Oh yes, oh absolutely, Page of Cups. That's a baby girl. Well, she's not such a baby girl anymore, almost 2, a bit late in the day, although of course you can get christened at any age, but very late, traditionally, shall we say. But Page of Cups, baby girl, and it's about the baby girl. So yeah, that's definitely a reason why he showed up and changed into a suit. So we may see this footage for next season of docuseries, Harry and Meghan, the christening. And with Tyler Perry, important to have somebody from that celebrity world in their corner, 3 of Pentacles, because they're shedding their supporters currently. What about panic? What about crisis talks? What about come and help us? Things are bad. Any of that? We've got 2 of Swords and we've got thinking. It's a thinking card, the 2 of Swords. We're at a crossroads. What do we do? So yeah. How do we react? How do we respond? What do we do next? 2 of Swords. Swords are strategic. They're very much thought. They're very much advice. They're very much being shrewd and calculating, not in a negative way. I don't mean negative here. I mean the Harkles have reached a place where a turning point where they need to make a decision. They need to decide which way to go. Do they focus on their whining and their whinging and their royal adjacent and blame the royal family, or do they focus on actual humanitarian works? Do they focus on politics? What do? They're at a crossroads and they need advice. They don't know which way to turn themselves. There's two who are stuck and the third one arrives to help. So yes, conveniently, it does look like there was something to do with baby girl and help, advice. We're stuck. We don't know which way to go. We can't see the way forward clearly. So please give us your advice. And the dog has come to cry. The dog has had plenty of walks and food and fuss. So he's just come to say, why are you talking? But not to me. Anyway, how does Tyler Perry view their situation right now? This is the hidden energy, the what's going on behind the scenes. What does he really think of how the Harkles are doing? He thinks they're doing fantastically well. The sun couldn't be better. So he's still firmly in Harkle corner, a supporter of the Harkles. He thinks that they have everything still going for them. They're doing very, very well. Sun, it doesn't get better than the sun. This is very far from doom and gloom. So anybody who's thinking that Tyler Perry showed up because the Harkles are on the floor sobbing, both of them perhaps, no. He is possibly there to give advice, but he personally feels that they are on the road to abundance, joy, happiness, that they are a very powerful couple, that they are in the limelight, that all the attention that's on them is good attention. The sun draws attention to itself. It is a light, it is illumination, it is abundance, it's joy, it's prosperity, it's all those glorious things. He thinks it's great. So he's not worried about the Harkles. He's not worried about the Harkles. It's only us reading the Daily Mail who are worried about the Harkles. What is he going to do for them in future? What's going to happen? Whatever universe wants to tell us, is he going to be involved in any projects with them? There is rumor that Meghan might be starring in one of his films, a film he's currently busy with. What's going to happen between Tyler Perry and the Harkles, this little team that needed some shoring up over the weekend? What is going to happen? Wow, we get an Ace of Cups again. Ooh, we got a new project. We definitely have a new project. We hope that the traditional meaning of the Ace of Cups, as in a pregnancy, is not what we are dealing with. Please. It may be that wretched vow renewal thing that keeps coming to my consciousness when I do these readings. I'm reading energy. It's intuitive. It's this is how it goes. So I say whatever I'm prompted to say, and there is a possibility of that. He could be there officiating, something like that. We could get something like that. It could be some kind of new offering, though. It could be something like a movie or something, but it is something shiny and new, something that the Harkles feel, or that Tyler Perry feels, will be a way of connecting with people, connecting the Harkles with people in a way that makes people like them, appreciate them, love them. The Ace of Cups is the card of love, unconditional love. Often in a love reading, it would be a card of unconditional love. Somebody offers you that cup of love, but it's going to be a big and dramatic, tearjerkery kind of a thing that's going to happen. That is being stage managed, set up. We've got indecision here, and which way do we go? We're going to see the fruits of it here, and it's going to be very glossy and very emotional, and definitely something that is going to try and persuade people to adore the Harkles. And I would say particularly Mrs. Harkle, But yeah, that's the situation. It does not look like he's abandoning them at all. It looks like he thinks they're everything positive going for them. And there's something big and new and shiny and emotional coming along that'll dazzle all of us and make us also fall to the floor sobbing. So there you go. That is the reading. And thanks for watching. I'm going to get on with the next one.